Welcome to UCLA and to Royce Hall. I'm Kelly Wall, Assistant Dean for Student Achievement in the College of Letters and Science. Thank you so much for coming here today during these unprecedented times to celebrate our graduates of the class of 2020. We are honoring the achievements of the bachelor's degree recipients from the College of Letters and Science, the UCLA International Institute, the Samueli School of Engineering, the Alpert School of Music, the School of Nursing, and the School of Theater, Film, and Television. Before we begin, the leadership of these ceremonies at UCLA acknowledges our presence on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Gabrielino Tongva peoples. I want to remind everyone how much we want this event to be a success. For that to happen, we must observe several safety precautions. I can see that wherever possible, you are seated at a distance from people outside of your household. Very good. I can see that everyone is wearing a mask correctly, with it covering both their nose and mouth. Your mask must remain in place every moment you are inside this beautiful building. Now, this is an unusual one. I ask that you avoid making any loud sounds that would ordinarily come out of your mouth or nose. We weren't allowed to include singing as part of the event because of COVID rules, so please keep in mind why. Most important of all, I ask you to think about how proud you are of your graduate here with us today, and how much that graduate wants you healthy and safe and a part of their life for a very long time. So please, sit apart from each other, keep your mask on, and avoid yelling, singing, or other potentially hazardous vocalizing. Clapping, however, is strongly encouraged. Please turn off your cell phones at this time, or at least be sure they are on vibrate. We encourage you to take photos or videos from your seats. Please do not stand in the aisles because we cannot block them during the ceremony. Family and friends of our graduates, I am very proud to present the class of 2020. It is my pleasure to introduce Richard Wessel, Associate Dean of Academic and Student Affairs for the Samueli School of Engineering.
Families, friends, faculty, and staff who have come together to celebrate. I am honored to address these outstanding graduates of the class of 2020. I want you to know how proud I am to be here in recognition of your achievement. Your victories are our community's victories, and they haven't come easily. Such accomplishments are the product of time and energy, dedication and passion. Your commitment to your education brought you to this extraordinary moment, and I am grateful to be able to share it with you. You are graduates from the #1 public university in the country, and your arrival at this moment is an inspiration. We're here today with your family and your fans, and trust me, this won't be the last time you hear a round of applause because you have done something extraordinary. In the years ahead, you will undoubtedly also be among those cheering for others as well. Take this moment of joy as an antidote to the challenges in life. Each one of us knows what it's like to feel alone in the silence of doubt, when we need to hear the sounds of encouragement. I see each of you in the future remembering to support those who need to be lifted up by the power of your kind words, or praise just at the moment when they need it, and maybe the moment when you feel least able to give it to them. So let this day serve as a reminder of how we have the power to summon our collective strength to raise everyone higher. You will act on the impulse to enrich the lives of those around you. Be an agent for positive change. Make this world a better place. In fact, we need you to make this world better, and I place my hope in you. Take pride in your lifelong journey of lifting, for when we reach out to others, our hearts become stronger by being more open and more compassionate. Now, as much as we might want everything to work out perfectly, there will be times when obstacles block our path, like my glasses keep steaming up, so I need to move my mask a little bit higher. Maybe that'll be better. Yeah, I guess I produce a lot of humidity when I talk. As I was saying, there will be times when obstacles block our paths. Something, perhaps the strangest person or idea or thing, will obstruct your progress towards an important goal. That's part of life. In fact, you've experienced this situation before. Remember, you overcame the challenges of learning remotely at UCLA. And who saw that coming? Along with a global pandemic. You persisted when facing the distractions of home life and a choppy internet connection for your Zoom classroom. In fact, the tenacity that you showed during those circumstances makes me confident in your ability to persevere no matter what happens. You will be able to step back if you need to and reflect on your values and what matters to you most. You'll consider why you persisted and why you are still here today. And this knowledge and the skills you developed at UCLA will empower you to soar in the months and years ahead. You will create something new, something that hasn't been seen or heard before, and there will be positive change and hope. I am confident in that. As I said before, I place my hope in you. I ask you to lead the transformation that our world so sorely needs by becoming mentors. Mentorship is a generosity of spirit that brings everyone forward. It raises everyone up. Both those who receive it and those who offer it grow through the experience. So I'm asking you to be the mentors that we need in our community, the mentors who build bridges for, rather than walls against, those who may be struggling to cross over. We give ourselves a precious reward when we provide the advice and support that others need by being a valued mentor. And I'd like to share something with you. It feels wonderful to do this. So never be shy about turning to someone and offering them help when they need it, but also don't be shy about turning to someone who has gone ahead of you and made it back. Someone who can tell you what might be just beyond the horizon. Because even mentors need mentors. I am grateful for all the professors, advisors, staff, and fellow students, the family and friends who brought each of us here today, because we needed them on our journey. So let's just pause for a moment and thank those people, both the ones who are with us today and the ones who are not. Let's revel in the joy of gratitude to those people. After leaving UCLA, look out for the people in your life who will help make you a better version of yourself. Surround yourself with the people who will persuade you not to linger in self-doubt. Find the mentors and colleagues and friends who will help you remember who you are and who will inspire you to be who you want to be. This moment that we share right now honors your hours of sacrifice when it would have been easier not to push yourself so hard. It is the evidence that you have completed the most difficult courses that you needed to take, and that in the end, nothing defeated you. You belong at UCLA, and you make UCLA an acclaimed institution because of your strength, your voice, your intelligence, and your determination to succeed. So once this day has passed, I ask you to imagine it every now and then, to savor this moment, the stage, the seat that you're in, the mask that you wear, the beautiful people who are with us here today, both in body and in spirit, the people who love you. Please carry this moment with you and touch on it in your mind and in your heart when you need it the most. Give yourself the chance to live this moment again completely. May this moment give you strength when you need it the most. Today is a life story highlight. I ask each of you to share your personal narrative with those who need to hear it from you. Tonight at dinner, tell your family the stories of how you came to UCLA and overcame obstacles and got through that toughest class or that all-nighter and got to this wonderful day. Practice a genuine compassion for yourself, and at the same time, extend that compassion to a world that might not entirely understand you or your story. Be patient about that. Know that those who offer the most are often misunderstood because the gifts they bear defy the odds. Know that whatever you are doing, wherever you are, people around you will be inspired by you to grow and to change. And they will recognize you because of who you are and all that you have gained from your experience as a Bruin. Every day ahead, well, the days ahead of you, they're not all going to be perfect, but enough of them will be perfect enough as they need to be, because each one comes with the promise of tomorrow. And I am confident that you will make our tomorrow remarkable. I place my hope in you. I celebrate with great joy the opportunity to share this moment with you. And so, class of 2020, congratulations and go Bruins! And now it is my pleasure to introduce a member of the class of 2020, Valeria Lopez Robles. Valeria graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Statistics and Environmental Engineering. So please, let's welcome Valeria.
As I was going from 5th to 6th grade, the community center near where I grew up was giving away free backpacks and college t-shirts. Seeing their flyer made me so happy because, that year, we couldn't afford back-to-school essentials. I chose this pretty purple backpack with a butterfly print. As for the college t-shirts, there was one in particular that stood out and was talked about, the UCLA t-shirt. That day, I made myself a promise. One day, I will graduate from UCLA. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you for allowing me to be your voice for this ceremony. We are here to celebrate our years of hard work and dedication that led us to this specific point in our lives. To look back on all the late nights at Stan's Donuts, Dee Reese, and In-N-Out, and the even later nights at Powell. And most importantly, to honor who we are, what we've become, and those that helped us create our path. I often have people tell me how lucky I am to have graduated from UCLA. Although I'm extremely blessed, I'm not here because of luck. To say that UCLA was demanding is an understatement, especially finishing up our degrees remotely. I want to acknowledge every single person here. Each one of you fought your own battles and overcame them. You are an inspiration. I, for one, have been dealing with a brain injury and had to work multiple jobs to sustain myself and my family back home, all while being a full-time student. I remember a specific instance where I felt like I was on the verge of giving up. I'd gone to my professor's office hours and, to my embarrassment, broke down. But he said to me, "Be confident in your own abilities to succeed." That phrase helped me refuel my confidence, my strength, and my academic hunger. I know that with this current COVID pandemic, it's difficult to be so optimistic as uncertainty lingers within our everyday lives. But whenever you find yourself feeling a little bit lost, I hope you take comfort in knowing that there will always be a piece of you left in this place we used to call home. As I stand in front of you today, I do speak with nostalgia, as I wonder what will compare to UCLA. Was it easy? No. Would I do it all over again? A million times. From friendships fostered to professional relationships created, UCLA has been an enriching experience. And for that, I will be forever grateful. So thank you. Thank you, professors, for believing in your students when we didn't have the strength to believe in ourselves. Thank you for passing on your knowledge and passion for learning, and especially for being able to adapt during this coronavirus crisis. Thank you to the TAs who offered extended office hours and were invested in our growth. Thank you to the friends who stood by our side through the ups and the downs. Thank you to the family members who were our biggest support system. Gracias a mi familia por ayudarme a hacer mi sueño realidad. Thank you all, as without each and every one of you, we wouldn't be standing here today. So with that, class of 2020, innovators and trailblazers of the world, we did it.
When you became Bruins, one of your rites of passage was to uphold our true Bruin values of respect, accountability, integrity, service, and excellence. As alumni, you are Bruins for life, and you remain an important part of our extended community. I now want to share with you UCLA's Principles of Community, which are published with our mission statement. I will read several of these principles to you, and then I will ask you to make a pledge with me to uphold them as you join other communities around us, communities that will find their greatest success because you, as a Bruin, are part of them. I quote, "We believe that diversity is critical to maintaining excellence in all of our endeavors. We seek to foster open-mindedness, understanding, compassion, and inclusiveness among individuals and groups. We are committed to ensuring freedom of expression and dialogue in a respectful and civil manner on the spectrum of views held by our varied and diverse campus communities. We acknowledge that modern societies carry historical and divisive biases, and we seek to promote awareness and understanding through education and research, and to mediate and resolve conflicts that arise from these biases in our communities. Silently, please join me in this pledge. We will commit together to uphold these principles of community in Westwood and in our communities beyond. Would our graduates please stand and begin your approach to our stage? Graduates, we recognize you today for your individual achievements. We present you as UCLA graduates to your family and friends. The graduates will cross our stage and pause for a photo. Please leave your mask on the entire time you are on the stage. We were already able to take pictures outside where we could see your whole beautiful face. But unfortunately, the situation that we're in now, we have to keep our masks on all the time we're in the building. May our recognition of your accomplishments commence.
Sergio Oswaldo Palacios. Stephanie Guadalupe Puente. Minsang Jacqueline Din. Darren Christian Chan. Loric Canta Bustamante. Yixuan Jiang. Pei Chi Wu. Bao Yue Liang. Marlene Rosalie Galdames.
Thank you all. In the spring of 2020, the Chancellor conferred our degrees. At this time, I want to revisit that moment with an acknowledgement of his words. More than anything, the Chancellor hoped that your experience at UCLA has opened up some windows on the world for you and leaves you yearning to know more. Your experience at UCLA is just the beginning of a life of continuing discovery. That's why we call this ceremony a commencement. And the skills you've acquired here, in and outside the classroom, will serve you well in this rapidly changing world, a world that sorely needs your contributions. When we gathered here today, perhaps your tassel was on the left, which is correct. If it isn't, please take this opportunity to turn your tassel, if you have one, while we listen to the UCLA's alma mater, Hail to the Hills of Westwood. We are so very proud of you, class of 2020. Graduates, please stand and turn around and be acknowledged by your family and friends. Please be seated. And guests, please remember that you should remain seated until the graduates have exited Royce Hall. Family and friends, we are grateful that you joined us today for this intimate celebration and that you have played such an important role in the successes of our graduates. And I will leave you with the words of John Wooden. Success is never final. Failure is never fatal. It's courage that counts. Congratulations, and go Bruins!